Hey, what's up guys? This is Mark and Nicole with Aimsworx. In today's instructional guided class, we're going to be showing you the acupressure roller balls for people who sit too much. So this is going to focus on taking away pain in the hips and shoulders. I'm going to show you how we get started. We're going to start with 4 balls, okay? We're going to put 2 on each side of our hips and we'll be working the glute and piriformis. So I'm going to have you go ahead and lay down, Nicole, along the mat. And the key here is we don't want to put the acupressure balls under her glutes, but right beside her glutes. So I'm going to show you real quick. Go ahead and rotate across. We're going to put it in the upper corner, and then go ahead and rotate back. So there's 2 balls sitting there. The key is we want this knee to fall to the ground. We're going to spend about 10 seconds. Keep the opposite knee up. So breathe, relax into that pressure. We're going to spend 10 seconds there, and then we'll change sides, okay? So as you're ready, Nicole, go ahead and switch sides. Perfect. And now the key is again letting the knee relax into the ground. Spend at least 10 seconds. You'll notice after we go back and forth about 5 times, it's really going to start to loosen up. So take your time, unwind, breathe, let the stress sink out of your hips. Go ahead and switch, but make sure these are in the right spot. So rotate, and then come. Good. So when you're doing this at home, it's just important as you rotate back to make sure you reset, if you need, those acupressure balls right in your glute. Okay? Doing good. How's it feeling, Nicole?
Good.
Good, good. So take your time, rotate back. So we're going to spend our first 3 to 4 minutes just working the acupressure balls into the glute and piriformis. Now the reason I like this better than just foam rolling our glute is with the pinpoint pressure, we can get deeper into those muscles that'll make more of a difference for our hip tightness. All right, go ahead and work, Nicole. Keep breathing. Very nice. Just like restorative yoga, we want to move slow, we want to breathe intentionally, and let the pressure sink into your hips. Go ahead and rotate. Go ahead and give yourself a 10 count, whatever keeps you on pace, but spend enough time with that knee relaxed into the floor, and that leg is really going to start to loosen up. All right? How's it feeling, Nicole? It's starting to loosen up a little bit for you?
Yeah.
Perfect. So keep rocking back and forth. We're going to do 2 more times on each side. Breathe. Try not to arch our back here, but still tuck our core, because that's going to create some pelvic integrity and help us get to some deeper muscles in that piriformis. Nice. And you can see she's doing a good job keeping the opposite knee up. That helps also maintain some pelvic integrity. And then this focus side knee is relaxing deeper and deeper into the floor. Show you one thing. You can make some slight adjustments here. If we straighten this leg just a little bit, we can play with that. That's going to open up that hip a little different. So play around, see which one feels better. It's just going to change how that femur sits in that socket. Good, good. Here's the balls. Upper corner and rotate in. Perfect. So using the acupressure balls, using your breath and your awareness to take away the pain and the tension that's in your hips. Good. Breathe through our belly, right? Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly deflates. Good job. We'll do this right side, and you can see her knee easily relaxes into the ground compared to what it was before. The whole area gets really tight when we sit too much, so it's important to take the time to do the self-care to prevent any pain that develops. Good, good. So now we're going to switch, okay? So I have you sit up real quick, Nicole. For the shoulders, we're going to do next, we're going to have 2 sets of pressure, okay? So what we're going to have is 4 balls for each shoulder. I'm going to set these this way. I'm going to have you turn that way, Nicole. Now if you're setting these up yourself, you would just place them on the ground and then turn around to lay down. Go ahead and look straight ahead. We're going to lay back. We want a little bit of space for our spine. Good. Come on back. All right. Perfect. There we go. And so now the balls are in position. Okay? So what we're going to want to do is bend our knees. You're going to just lightly hold on to your shirt because it's going to want to roll up on you. We're going to lift our hips and we're going to stroke through the balls, aiming for the top to bottom of our shoulders. So go ahead and scoot down a little bit for you, Nicole. Keep scooting. We want the starting position to be at the top of our shoulders, and then as we push up, it's going to stroke to the bottom of our shoulders. Good. Just like that. It's important to try and keep your head just barely off the ground and hips not too high. She's doing a great job of keeping those pretty low to the ground. Awesome. How's this feel, Nicole?
Good.
Got some tight spots? And so everybody's going to develop those tight spots as they're sitting too often at their desk, right? This is a great way to hit all those different trigger points in your shoulder blades that's going to rebuild our posture, okay? So oftentimes you'll need to reset if they get off track. So I'm going to have you go ahead and sit up. Perfect. And then we're going to replace the balls. So she's lucky she has me to place them for you. But if you were doing it yourself, all you would do is set. You have 4 for each shoulder, space in the middle for your spine. We set it down and then turn around. You would kind of reach back to make sure they're in the right position, babe. Good. And then go ahead and lay back. Now, there's not a wrong way to do it, so we're just trying to make sure it's the most efficient way. So go ahead and roll down a little. So we start at the top of your shoulders with the pressure. Good, good, good. So reset, try and relax. Breathe in. As you hold your shirt, don't hold too hard, right? Just loosely. Go ahead and lift your hips, stroke through the ball. You can do this as many times as you'd like. I'd say at least 2 sets, but take your time, feel your own body. What this is perfect for as compared to the foam roller is we can use the smaller flexible acupressure balls to get in those trigger points and really open up the shoulder in a different way. Good. Ladies, you'll notice how she kind of has her hair drawn up. That is going to be helpful because if the hair is free moving, it might get stuck under the roller balls. Great job, Nicole. Good, good breath. Nice job relaxing. Awesome. Let's go ahead and reset. We're going to do it one more time real quick. So I'll have you sit up. Perfect. The idea here again, we have the square of pressure for each shoulder blade. Go ahead and lay back. You're good. Perfect. Nice. And just work, okay? Use your legs to push and pull. Stroke the shoulders. Try and relax your arms. That's going to help the shoulders get a better release. Okay? And this is fantastic. Just like a shiatsu massage you can personally do at home. We're going to hit all those trigger points. And again, it's going to really start to help rebuild that shoulder posture. When we get low back pain from sitting too much or hip pain, shoulders, hips, they all start to compress. So this is why we do the sequence with hips first and then shoulders. All right, we're going to switch next. Great job. So now we're going to go ahead and use the acupressure balls on our IT bands. Okay, for the IT band, we're going to have 1 set of acupressure balls, so just 4 balls. You're going to come onto your side body. Okay, I'm going to let Nicole demonstrate. And then we're going to stroke from here to here on that IT band. Okay, start lower towards your knee. On your side body. Perfect. Good. Once the pressure's set, try and straighten your focused leg. You'll plant on your opposite leg. Good. And then just roll up and down. Very nice. Now you can choose, like she's doing, to have your foot there. You can also stack it on top. It's whatever comfortable for you. Because of the free moving acupressure balls, you can stroke some different trigger points along that IT band. Great job. Now it does take a little bit of core strength, so if you ever feel like it's too much on your elbow, just switch sides, okay? Great job. We're stroking up and down. She's moving slow, and she's moving the entire length of that IT band, which is what we want. Up and down, not passing the knee, not passing the hip. Great job. Let's go ahead and switch sides for you, Nicole. All right, so have your head down here. Good, good. Perfect. Acupressure balls are set. She comes onto her side body. And we want length. Try and be two-dimensional here. Okay? Perfect. Nice job, Nicole. How are those IT bands feeling today?
Good.
Good? Not too tight? Good, good, good. Perfect. Nice. And so get in touch with your body here as you do this. Try and notice the different parts of your IT band, whether it's more of your quad or your actual IT band, and just feel those muscle fibers start to separate a little bit. As we're massaging this tissue, not only is it going to relieve the tension, but it's also going to help circulation. So new blood's going to come in, old toxicity is going to go out, and that massage process is going to heal. Good. Let's do a couple more times up and down. Very nice. Good. She's doing a good job of keeping her left leg long, and you want to keep it extended so your shoulders aren't coming close to your hips. Stroke through. Awesome. All right, you feel good? You ready to switch?
Yeah.
Now on any of these, you could always do both sides twice, right? But we're going to go ahead and move on to the quads next. So for the quads, we're going to go back to having 2 sets of acupressure balls. And we'll have you coming this way as we do it. But we set the balls down right in front of her hips at the top, and we're going to be stroking down as she's in a front plank position, okay? So balls are set for you there, all right? Very nice. And then as you're ready, you can just come so it's going to enter the top of your quads first, okay? Good, good. Very nice. I'm going to give her a little bit of help. You can come down. Perfect. And so once you get it set, it's pretty easy to keep them there. You're going to start from the top and then stroke down. So pulling your body up is going to bring the pressure system down through her legs. Good. Now the reason we like to use 2 sets of balls evenly on this is because it's actually going to help imbalances in our hip flexors come into the right tension patterns, okay? So when we have that even symmetry on both quads, it's going to massage them evenly, and it's going to allow that hip in the front to start to settle into a more neutral position. Good. Very nice. And notice, go ahead and tuck up into my hand. Perfect. As we do that, that's going to change the dynamic on her hip. So play with that. It's going to help open up and massage a little bit different part as we get closer, higher up on that hip flexor. Feel the difference there? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good. Keep working nice and smooth. You want to do, anywhere from 5 to 10 strokes, depending on how much time you have. With our class today, we're trying to take a little bit more time to really get some deep relief. Perfect. Looking good. And if at any time you need to reset, you can. She's doing a great job of keeping the balls on track. And notice how she's playing a little bit with her toes being up or down. That's going to be important to help those legs relax throughout the massage. Awesome. Perfect. And so what it's doing is each of those acupressure balls are going to hit different layers of our quads as we're coming through. All right, that's the beauty of the program, the beauty of the product, is we can hit a lot more of those tighter spots, which are going to help those muscles release in a better way. Let's do 2 more. Really use your breath. Tuck the core just a little. Perfect. And you don't have to keep it the whole time tucked, but you just do that to reset. Okay? That reset is important to help that fascia recalibrate. All right, last one, stroking up and down. And again, always take as much time as you need. We're going to go ahead and switch to our hamstrings next. So as you're ready, very nice. Awesome. Feeling loose? Good, good. So for the hamstrings, we're going to have same thing, our squares of pressure, so not 4 balls, but 8 balls. We're going to set these down, and we're going to sit right behind the balls. So I'll have you sit right here, Nicole, facing this way. Good. So these are going to go right at the top of your hamstrings. And Nicole made a good point. She said it kind of feels like I'm rolling my glutes when I do this. We're actually trying to get your higher up hamstring, okay? So that's why we're going to start at our higher hamstring, and as we stroke through, we're going to come up past our glutes. So all you're going to do is actually get up so your hips are on top of the ball, just like you're sitting on them. Good. Perfect. And you can walk your hands a little closer. You can leverage with your chest to feel a little more of a stretch, but we're just trying to push and roll those balls the length of our hamstring. Good. So now you tuck back. Perfect. And then pull forward. Great job. Very nice. So here, it is really helpful to have both sets of balls. If we're only using one set of the acupressure system, again, it's not going to help maintain that symmetry through our SI joint or pelvis. Good. Nice. And you can play around with it as she is. That's the beauty of the free moving acupressure system, is it's going to get into that muscle and that connective tissue better than a single hard ball could. Great job. Nice. If you need to reset it all, we can. Are you still good? Perfect. And you can choose just to focus on the SI joint area, or you can also really lengthen from below your knee all the way up. So it's however comfortable you are. It does take a little bit of core strength, okay? I'm sure you noticed that, but luckily you're athletic. Nice. Good. Good. And then we're just going to continue to stroke that hamstring up and down. Perfect. Adjust your hands wherever you need, just like Nicole's doing here. Perfect. And then use the leverage of your chest forward or backwards to change the tension on the acupressure balls. Perfect. Very nice. So all the muscle, all the connective tissue in our glutes and our hamstrings gets so compressed, so that's why we need to use the acupressure balls to actually bring in fresh circulation and get rid of old toxicity. All right, awesome. So the last sequence for our instructional guided class for people who sit too much is we're going to go back to our first one we did for the acupressure in the glute and piriformis, and you should really notice how much looser your legs feel, okay? So we're going to take away one set of acupressure balls. Very good. Go ahead and lay on your back. We'll face that way. Perfect. Go ahead and lay down. So we're just going to put these right beside her glute, okay? I'm going to have you set those ones for yourself. Good, good. So we're in that upper corner, not under, but beside. So when she folds that knee over, it's going to fit right in that socket. We'll keep this knee up. Good. Still relax that on the floor. Awesome. Breathe. Good, good, good. Nice work. So again, it's our breath, our awareness, our intention with the pressure we're feeling that's going to help maximize the benefit. I'll let you place these ones here. Go ahead and come to the other side. Awesome. And so for you at home, you know, this is the time to really soak in everything that we've just massaged through the last 20 minutes. All right? You should feel de-stressed. Your legs should feel looser, especially coming back to this sequence a second time. And it's really something that if you do it at least 3 times throughout the week, for those people who sit too often, you're going to notice you feel better and better every time you do it, and you're not going to have nearly as tight hips at the end of the day. Good. So we'll work back and forth. Breathe easy. Now in the video, we're only going to do a couple back and forth here, but again, realize you could stay in this sequence for as long as you'd like. Nice job, Nicole. Looking good. Breathe through. Make sure the pressure fits right in that femur socket. And you'll start to really get a feel for that once you play around with it just a little bit. Okay, and that's why it's important that it's not actually underneath the glute, because when we fold that leg over, it's going to actually fit right into this femur socket a lot differently. That's one of the keys for the Aimsworx Acupressure Ball being designed the way it is. This is also fantastic for people who have any kind of sciatic issues going on. Awesome. Perfect. So we're going to have you up, Nicole. That concludes our instructional guided class for people who sit too much with the Aimsworx Acupressure Balls. Go ahead and choose which program is right for you. We're going to deliver the equipment for free to your house, and then you can start to do all this self-care stuff to relieve pain in your hips and take away all that tightness in your shoulders. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next session.